You've been asking for a while for me to do a what I eat in a day video. And recently I decided to do a high pro week. If you've seen my high pro video, you know what I'm talking about. It's higher protein. It's just kind of a reset. Almost a carnivore week, if you will. But I still use sauces and spices and seasonings and stuff like that because I like them. I wanted to make something that was pretty quick and easy just because I was super busy that week. But I wanted to show you that you can do keto and carnivore fast, easy, and relatively inexpensive. So let's just go through my day right after this. So as you saw earlier, the first thing I usually do is a cup of coffee. Some mornings I do, some mornings I don't. This particular morning I decided to do that. But the next thing after my cup of coffee is I make my electrolyte drink. And if you haven't seen the video on how to make your own electrolytes to save a bunch of money, I'll link it up top and down in the description so you can check it out. It's super simple. It's going to save you some bucks. Now I'll be honest, most mornings I do not eat breakfast at all. I normally will wait until at least 2 or 3 in the afternoon, but the night before this, I just don't think I had enough to eat, and so I was pretty hungry. So I decided to start the morning with some bacon. Now I use this microwave bacon grill, and if you don't have one of those, I'll put a link to it down below because it's a super easy way to make bacon, and it's an easy way to collect your bacon grease in my bacon grease container. We had also hard boiled some eggs using my easy hard boiled egg technique. If you haven't seen that video, it's an older one, so you may not have, but I'll leave a link for that up there in the corner for you also to check out. Hard-boiled eggs are one of my favorite foods for on the go. It's quick, easy, and tasty. Just make sure you put a little salt and pepper on there or whatever seasoning you like. Smoked paprika works good, hot sauce works good, just whatever you like. Well, now that I got salt and pepper on there, let's check out the bacon and how it comes out in this microwave grill. And oh man, this looks tasty. So this is the breakfast of champions right here. Bacon, pile of eggs. I mean, it don't get much better than that. Now, just because I filmed it, I wanted to show you this little trick for bacon. So to get the maximum amount of bacon goodness into this microwave bacon griddle, just twist it up like this. It'll fit a lot more bacon in there, and it comes out absolutely delicious. So you see how I'm just kind of rolling it up like that? Just little bacon twists. So let's see how many pieces I can fit on this microwave bacon grill normally. So doing it that way, I actually got 9 pieces of bacon on there. I could probably squeeze a couple more on there, really, because you can put them right beside each other, but I didn't try it. So all you gotta do is throw it in the microwave for 8 minutes and you are good to go. So with that bacon, we decided to do some eggs and some steak. And all you have to do is crack an egg in this microwave cooker and then just use a little salt, pepper, whatever you like on there, and then shut it up, throw it in the microwave, and you got a fried egg. Or if you cook it a little less time, you can get an over easy, an over medium, you know, whatever you like. Now that we've got the eggs and the bacon ready to go, let's get these beautiful New York strips ready. I like to use very minimal seasoning on my steaks. Sometimes I'll make it a little fancy and use like a Chicago style steak seasoning or something like that. Sometimes I use my Ruth's Chris sauce. But tonight, just a little salt and a lot of pepper. And then just make sure you give it a proper spa treatment. Everybody deserves a little love. Now I've got this griddle outside smoking hot right now, and so I'm just gonna lay down a little bit of bacon grease on there, just for a little more bacony goodness flavor. Oh man, you hear that sizzle? That is beautiful. Throw them on there. Make sure you got a thermometer. Check the temperatures on that meat. Make sure you don't overcook it. And if you undercook it, that's probably okay. And I season that side once it's on the griddle, and I'm telling you, after having this griddle, I will never in my life buy a grill again. Let's let this steak make its own music, huh? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it, and then anytime I upload a new video, you'll know about it. Now it's time to cook these eggs just the way you like them. So take them, throw them in the microwave, and cook them to the time of however you figure out you like them best. It takes a little bit of experimentation, but I'll do mine for a minute or a little less if I want it a little bit runny. Now I didn't totally forget about that steak, but it got a little bit, tiny bit more cooked than what I wanted. So this thermometer is awesome, but you got to remember to use it. Now I've got a new thermometer coming soon. I'm super excited to try. That'll solve that problem. So it's time to finish this up. I got a couple pats of butter here, and I'm going to put them right on there, right on top of these steaks when I put them on the plate. Oh man, just a little extra flavor. I mean, we got bacon grease, we got steak, and we got butter. Yep. Now let's plate all this stuff up, shall we? There's my egg. That's what it looks like when it's done. Oh man. I hope you can smell that. Then I got one already on the plate. And let's check out how that bacon came out. There's my little bacon twists. Man, I'm telling you, I love these things, and they are super, super crunchy. Look at this plate now. Now that is what I call a plate. You want a successful high pro day? That right there is a successful high pro day. Now I hope you don't mind, but just because I filmed this, I just got a little bit of a bonus. I'm going to take some ground lamb. I'm going to get some fresh rosemary out of my garden, some Italian seasoning, some ground sage, and some ground thyme. Oh yeah, we're going Mediterranean with this piece. Now I'm going to take a plate and put my lamb on it. This is going to function as my mixing bowl and also my mold. So just take some of that fresh rosemary, just put as much as you want on there. I like a good bit because I like a great rosemary flavor. Next, I'm going to give it a proper sprinkle with some ground thyme, and then also I'm going to put the ground sage on there. Just use as much as you like. I'd say it's about maybe a teaspoon or so of each. And then put on some good old Italian seasoning. Man, I really love this stuff. And I probably use a little more than I need, but I love a lot of flavor. And I feel like with this lamb, this helps bring out the flavor of the meat, and it's absolutely delicious. Now just get in there. You're gonna make this a mold. This is a 1 pound lamb burger. So you're just gonna keep messing it around like that, and you know what? I think I might need some salt. So I'm just gonna break out my Redmond's real salt. I'm gonna give it a little more flavor. This will bring out all the spices, all the herbs, and the lamb. Now I'm gonna give it another mix and just mold the 1 pound lamb burger. This is what it looks like in this little mold. So I'm gonna spray the top with some avocado oil spray. Should have sprayed the bottom, but it ended up coming out okay. Hey, and just for good measure, and you know, because there were other people other than myself that needed to eat too, I just made some burgers, but I won't bore you with the details of that. You can just call me the world's fastest burger pattier. Oh yeah, world champion. I'm just gonna sprinkle it down with a little bit of this keto steak seasoning, and it's ready to go. Time to cook it, so you know I gotta throw down some bacon grease. Let's get this bacon grease good and hot so that this good stuff can go right on. First up is the lamb burger. Oh man, that thing is huge. Luckily it's gonna cook down a little bit, but this is why I'm saying spray it with a little bit of avocado oil, or you're gonna end up having to do like I did. Now I don't mind playing with the food a little bit, but it's easier if you just spray that plate with avocado oil first, but you see, it ended up just fine. I just put it back together, it's gonna be all right. Anyway, I'm gonna let the first side of this lamb burger cook for just a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna go on with these hamburgers. Only with no ham. Don't know quite why they call them that. So let's cook all this up proper, and we are ready to eat. Now when it comes to a 1 pound lamb burger, you can't just use one spatula. You gotta use 2 spatulas to flip this bad boy, but look at that. Oh man, that's gonna be good, and so are the burgers. Now those are ready to go. Let me show you my spatula skills now, and I'm gonna plate these up. And there's the finished product. We got a beautiful 1 pound lamb burger, and we got some great looking hamburgers. They're a quarter pound. This is the lamb burger up close. You should make it. I think you'll enjoy it. My high pro week was a success because like most of my other recipes, it's all simple. This is even simpler than most. And leave me a comment down there if you want me to do or what I eat in a day on my normal keto days. And I'll be sure to get one of those out to you also. Well, I hope you enjoyed following me around for a day, and I'll be glad to do it another day too if you want. Thank you so much for sharing these videos with somebody you think it might help, and for all your comments and all the love. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.